Hopefully next year I'll be also teaching marketing. But here are some just things that between Mrs. Pickering and I that we do back here. Photography on the wall is done by students that I have. But any of these things can be done in any two of our departments. I focus on mostly photos and print, such as in the yearbook. And so my students, take pictures at the elementary school at Camden. They use all those photographs, class pictures, kids playing in the playground, and we put it together in a yearbook. Here is an example of Camden's book from last year. A student designed the outside. The kids placed all the little kids as photos inside, and then, let me see if there's an activity page. Just a class picture. And so then this is designed, printed, and bound here in the school, all right? Along with our high school yearbook, these are the guts of the book that are printed through the printer here. This was last year's yearbook at the high school, and from start to finish, every single thing that's done in here is done by my students. 220 pages in color. And then we take the softback, and we have a machine that actually binds the hardback onto it so that we can sell a hardbound yearbook here at the school for a lot less than what the kids can buy out in, other schools are even selling that. We do mugs, plaques. We have a laser engraver that engraves on hard surfaces, on paper. It can cut out paper. And so we have a lot of machines and equipment back here that you can take advantage of. So come on into my room. Did everybody get a schedule or a course description sheet? Come on in where you can see stuff. All right. In here is my classroom. I have 25 computers. They all carry the Adobe InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop. We work all the time. That's the only software that we work with in here, whether it's with their photographs or creating designs for magazines or brochures. Here's an example of a calendar page that a student had to take the picture of herself or of a person and then had to put it with a calendar. Individual photographs that can be printed and the kids take them home. And then we also do things like where they have to take pictures of miscellaneous things, 2 pictures, and they have to Photoshop one item out of the picture. And so then they have to figure out what item is missing, kind of a kid's book. We've also done an I Spy book in the past. The kids have also done books where they put their photographs inside and we bind them into a small black binder, which is out on the table, and then they have a publication that they can take with them. All right? Any questions in here? All right, so let's go over in the photo lab real quick and you can see what's over there. No, we don't use it. We don't do it up here. It's done up in the. I don't know where it's actually. This is the photo lab, and we've been developing this area for about 5 or 6 years. It used to be a classroom of mine, and now it has become the photo lab. Come on in where you can see. We have lights that are specifically for photo labs, and we have quite a few different areas that we can take photos in. We have a backdrop that is professionally made behind you with the brick wall, and then the fabric ground that is behind also, so the kids can take pictures in different scenes. We also have the green screen, which is one of the most popular things that is out there right now, and we have a lot of business on the green screen. Other teachers come in and do some videoing on it, but we do a tremendous amount of green screen photos in all of my classes. And the green screen is notorious for taking a picture of somebody in a green screen, you take the green area out, and then you superimpose them into a new area. And on the computer, you can see that Shannon and Kaylee have done that. There's a boy that's a soccer player. They took him out of the green screen and placed him on the moon. And then on the right side is one of our senior headshots that my students take back here. All of the seniors are required to get a headshot for their senior part of the book. And so we have matching suit coats, ties, and shirts that the boys wear that are over here. And then we have a velvet black drape that goes over the girls' shoulders. So they're very formal when we finally put them into the yearbook. We have movable backgrounds that we can take places. We just have a lot of stuff back here. A lot of drops and things. So this is the photo lab. Any questions? I think you can be a freshman and sign up for photo 1. I also teach graphic design, like I said, and that would be where we work with all 3 of the softwares, Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop, creating different designs for booklets or posters or whatever we need to, business cards. We just got done making the business cards for the mayor. So, any questions? I'm Mrs. Brummett, so if you want to take a class, just feel free. I may be teaching a marketing class, so if you're interested in sports marketing or entrepreneurship, I will be teaching that in this fall also. All right? Awesome. You guys want to walk right through there. That's where Mrs. Pickering is.
Okay, so let's go through this. Got a couple more? Okay. I'll just say this, no horsing around when you're in any of these labs, because some of this equipment in here is a lot of money. So, just from witnessing it from in here, don't be grabbing a hold of anybody's sweatshirts or anything like that, jerking people around. All it takes is you falling over, bumping into equipment. I don't think your parents can handle purchasing a printer for 15 to 20 grand. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, so with that said, in here you do a lot of cool different things. Right now we're working on a banner for a family health clinic out of Burlington. We just printed a poster this morning for a business out of Monticello. We printed up some flyers and things. We printed some stuff for Mr. Klein. He needed some badges for doors for teachers. We've done all the t-shirts that are out in the hallway. We supply the sports, if you've seen the sports store that's down there. Mr. Sims will just bring me the sweatshirts and we imprint all the designs on there. So that's pretty cool, but basically I don't do it, all the students do it. So it's pretty hands-on class. They design on the computer, they've made their own t-shirts, mugs. Basically they'll put their design onto sublimation paper and they'll imprint it onto a cup. So that's kind of fun. We've done a lot with vinyl this year. They're getting ready to make a decal. They can make a decal for a wall or for their truck. You guys are going to get one of these today. But basically you can stick it onto anything, and you can take your student ID and you can rub it then onto any material that you want. Just so you know, once you use it once, it's stuck on there. You can peel it off, but just know once you peel it off, it's done. It's not like a reusable sticker. Okay? So you'll get one of those. A lot of this class is hands-on. You do not have homework. You basically work in class because you cannot work outside of class because it can't be put on your laptops. The programs we'll be working on is a lot in Illustrator, a lot in InDesign. I call Miss Brummett the Photoshop queen. That lady can do anything in Photoshop. We did a little bit in Photoshop. You'll see that outside my door. We just do one lesson. But basically, I highly recommend signing up for these classes because they're a lot of fun. Again, hands-on, and you get to use things like the girl earlier was designing the graduation program for this year. So pretty cool that she's a senior designing the graduation program that everybody's going to see at her graduation. So we do a lot for the community. We do a lot for the high school. Anything that's printed here at the school is all done in-house. So go ahead and come next door again. Okay, so Ms. Brummett, let's talk to you about the yearbook. It's kind of crazy to think that this machine right here starts it off from just plain paper, prints it, then it puts it together. There's glue inside of here, it binds it, and then it cuts it. Okay, that's pretty cool to me. There's only 3 schools in the state of Indiana that have this in their school system. So Delphi is one of them. So a lot of people say, oh, Delphi, we don't have anything. Yes, we do. We're one of 3 schools. So here, next year, our goal is that RICO will have you licensed when you leave here as a senior, and RICO will place you in a job. So you may be here with a certification. So that's pretty cool. Digital is the way everyone is going. So digital printing. There's a lot of jobs right now in digital printing. Devin's over there cutting things right now. Devin is one of our workers normally have a lot of workers. 6th period is kind of my downtime. Teachers send jobs up through Delmar. It comes up on the screen, and then they print them however they need printed, and then we put them out on the table. Teachers don't have to do any copying really on their own. It just comes straight up here. We make booklets. We do a lot of different things. That way. There's tons of stuff out on the table if you want to take a look at that. Check box there. All right, thank you.